Hey guys, as you can see, I have this lovely rough cut lumber. It's miraculous, it's wonderful. It appeared because John was out cutting wood at Ascension Mountain homesteading all day yesterday, and Josh just dropped it off for us, so we're ready to get started on the inside of the cabin. I'm super excited about that. So I'm going to go ahead and get some of this moved so that it's flat instead of bowed, and we'll see how much we can get done tonight.
So we are out here marking the boards for our ceiling. So it's at 95 inches. So ceiling in the kitchen, by the way.
We're gonna go ahead and get things measured and start working because John is working every spare minute that he has right now, and hopefully he's happy with what we did when he gets back. We're gonna do board and batten because we know we're gonna have some shrinkage.
The board of light.
Board of light. All right, Kai, you hold the screwdriver. Slow now, slow, and done. Pull it out. Okay, so I'm going to help you just a little bit. We're going to come from above this time, and I'm going to get it started for you. Okay, there you go.
It's off. My opinion is that we should have this wall with wood and that one without. I think it looks good this way. Yep, it's good. I'm gonna try to get another. It's doing great.
Make sure it's overlapped enough, okay?
Okay.
You're going the wrong way, honey.
Where's the third one?
There's the middle one. Do the middle one before you worry about the third one. Hey guys, so just because I don't know how to do something gives me no excuse for not doing it, and I learned by doing. I've read the books that told me how to make this, and it's obvious I need some kind of brace or something, but I can't figure out how to use a C-clamp on an angle. I'm thinking maybe I'll push it up against the wall to brace against something, but I'm really excited to see this turning out, the angles, finding the angles, cutting it, getting the screws in. These are old reclaimed screws. They're very rusty, and some of them, the heads are not so great. So, but I'm trying to use what I have, so bear with me. I'm super excited about this project, even if it looks really awful. Okay, so I think I have it figured out now. First, you put a screw in each side of the angled cut, and that way it holds it together so that you can get that outside edge by being able to brace against it. I'm super excited to figure that out because that last one went a lot faster.
This is our storage shelf, and we have our cooking books, we have our silverware, we have everything on it, except the flowers. The flowers go on the table, but we just added that.
Do you think this was a fun project that we did?
Yeah. Yep. We took down all the ugly stuff. We took down all the ugly stuff to make it beautiful.
So we have these plywood ties that are all but impossible to attach anything to and to cover up. So what we're doing, what we've decided to do, possibly our own creativity, possibly somebody else's, is make our own bracketing out of some used 2x4s. In this case, pressure treated 2x4s, because that's what we have for the camera. So what we're doing is we're cutting them to 16 inches in length, because that's the size that will go up flush without interfering with rafters. And so when we put them up on either side of the tie, they will I'll clamp them down with some C-clamps, and then run those drill bits, run those screws through, and hopefully it should be sufficient bracketing to hold up the somewhat weighty wood.
All right, Miss Dryad, it's time for you to get started on school.
I'm still
you can help Dad, but right now
Okay.
he needs you to get done in school.
Well, as soon as you get done with this, I need you to run up there, grab me the screws, the clamps, and the drill. So after I cross-drilled them and ripped them in half, now they are a very close to matched pair.
On this lovely wood that you went and got for us, and with the help of the girls, it feels to me like a wonderful project. It's easier than I thought it would be. The wood isn't splitting when we put screws into it, so I feel like it's more secure than if we just had finishing nails.
Yes. Well, I think working with green wood, you'll get that flexibility like we are. As wet as it is, it's more like mush as the screws go in. Is that what you would think?
Yeah, it's more like mush. You have to be really careful not to put it in too deep.
Send a head clean through the other side, yeah. Which is great. And so I've got some that I did not finish off any edges, and I've got some boards that I finished off one edge. And so you can see that it flows, like on these bottom two, the bottom edge flows nicely, but the top edge is still fairly straight on that wall, and so that's allowing me to use a straight edge where I need a straight edge, and then have the artistic and the beauty where we don't necessarily have to. Like this one right here has, like I said, two very God-created edges, and it is definitely turning out more artistic, more pretty,
but
more flowing.
When you do this, make sure that you have a shower afterwards.
Yes,
Yeah.
we should have a shower close, huh?
And what do you think
Yes.
of using the sawmill? I had a lot of fun with the sawmill. It felt really cool to be able to make your own lumber and to have it feel like a living organism that you're adding to your wonderful home.
Okay. Okay.
Does it feel that way to you, or was it just a girl thing?
It may have been a girl thing. I'm really happy that we were able to make our own lumber to go in here. And not that we were going to be hardcore enough to make every single board of our own, but to be able to do the interior like this was definitely exciting. Was definitely wonderful to do, both for a cost savings and just to say we were this much closer to the beginning and the end product of making our own stuff.
And it's kind of cool to go hang out with Josh, I think.
Always.
He is a fountain of knowledge and generosity. Isn't it just kind of cool to go and pick his brain about what do you think we should do here?
I don't know, I just enjoy going up and just bantering with him.
Yep, there is that too. He does have the gift of the banter. How far off do you think we are in the project, and how big of a help are the girls?
Well, the girls are actually a really good help.
Especially when they sit right in front of the camera?
Right in front of the camera. But we are getting it to where they're really quite a help, because they are understanding to take the end boards with the straight edge and snug them straight up against the ties. And they are strong enough now to be able to hold the boards overhead. With these pieces, especially this top tie piece right here that's going to go across, I'm nervous because I want to use the thicker boards that are 3/4 to almost an inch thick, and to have them run as kind of the centerpiece. I know that we'll have the support, but just having the screws and being able to have the girls lift.
Well, I'll have to help you at that point.
Lift and everybody just lifting. So that's what we're doing right now, is we're building the loft right here to the centerpiece, and then we're going to have to build the middle in to the centerpiece, and then we'll probably take and tie right at that point so that we'll at least have half or 2/3 of the shed done, and then we'll go over there and deal with the storage loft.
And I kept on pulling.
Okay, I'm coming, honey. Let me check.
Hurry, my legs are starting to ache.
You got about 1/4 inch difference. Do you care?
In or out?
Out. But it will cover.
What are you going to do to insulate that?
We're going to do that solid board.
Then just hope that the
We have
shrinkage
another one like that right here. I'm doing a half moon.
If they were longer, they could go all the way up in and through. Paige, you got to push with both feet.
as tight as you can.
Yeah, it's not holding it tight enough.
That's fine. Here, let me
At
have
all.
the drill. There's none left. They already ate it all.
Yours first.
Here's your bit.
Such little monkey arms they have.
Nice.
Do you want to put another one in next to it?
Here you go.
Why can't?
Did it go through the board into the 2x4?
Yeah, it's 2x4 all the way along.
Okay.
Yeah, you should just go right into 2x4 there. That looks pretty.
So there's our cap cave. I guess we still got two or
Yep,
three.
you still
right
have three pieces to do, 3 short pieces. In the beginning, we worried that we would have a lot of slivers and stuff from the rough cut. I've had one sliver this whole time, and it hasn't been from walking on the stairs, and it hasn't been from walking on the ladder. It's been from just working with the wood, but once the wood is in place, we haven't had any kind of problem with slivers.
I got about 70 slivers, but that's because I've been holding up things.
Okay, place your on. Very nice. So look like you're gonna fit. We're gonna have any warping issues. Is it gonna cover all of our holes, dear?
Yes.
Hiya, you're my eye. Is it covering all the holes?
Push on the top a little bit. Yep, it's working.
Last 3. Okay, I'm gonna need you to go get some more then. Okay, good job, Paige.
It's actually pretty good.
Shocking, I know.
Although it hurts your butt with all those slivers.
Holy crap, that is actually pretty good. I never saw it coming. Alright, honey, what's your thoughts?
I prefer the long run. I don't like it when it's puzzle pieced together. I like the continuity. So I like this wall better than this wall.
Okay, well, and I think a puzzle piece is a difficult one to do correctly. I can see
Right.
that. Because you have to have your seams wide apart on each layer. And so, to get it to actually turn out well, there's something of something.
My experience is that it's very hard work and it gets you very sweaty and it gives you a lot of thistles and it's not fun sometimes.
My
Sometimes it is.
experience is that you always need to make sure that's right, and you always have to make sure that you're going to a lake afterwards.
And my experience is it smells like pine.
Yeah.
We got pine sol every day, all day.
And you have to make sure to have, from this, ear
protection and eye protection.
Huh?
Camera.
Thanks for watching, guys. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe. And make sure to put on your eyeglasses and earmuffs. Woohoo!